Everybody, and welcome to our massive markdown sale, our double discount sale show. I'm Nick Bonner. Over here, we've got Kevin Bingham up on the high side, and we've got TreeStuff's own Cale Royer down on the bottom. Kevin, how are you?
I'm all right.
So for people that are watching, if they don't know, Kevin is the inventor of SRT, just kind of like as a whole family of things, as well as the inventor of the rope wrench, the rope runner, the rigging wrench, and I'm sure that I've forgotten some things. Kevin, you're in Detroit now, right?
Yes.
The rigging wrench. And yeah. I'm sure that cool. Tell our guests a little bit about what you do other than invent all these different things.
Well, I have a small tree service here in Detroit. We do residential tree care. I try to look at it as a tree care company more so than a tree removal company. We've got one crew and a half, maybe now. We kind of getting a little bigger. A lot of my job has been just sort of taking care of the shop and sweeping floors and stuff like that lately. But we still get out, climb a bit. And
the burden of the boss, right, is doing all the work that nobody wants to.
Yeah, the thing is, just sweep floors all day. But yeah, this is our good time of year because we do a lot of oak pruning, and so we get to climb a lot of big trees. So I've been going out and getting into some nice big trees too this winter, and yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite time of year to be in Detroit.
My mother just texted me, trimming trees in winter, bad, question mark, and I'm like, fine. Hard to do good cleanup. Maybe they're oak trees. She's like, what I said. I'm like, that's not what you said. You're a crazy old person. Anyways, listen, we've got.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Oh, sometimes the snow, you get called back in the spring to do a final raking because raking snow is no fun. But
you do have to go back in the spring to do raking. Well, look, we've got a big sale. This is our biggest flash sale yet this year, and I think it might be our biggest since Black Friday. We've got like 78 or 9 products, but it's about 150 total SKUs right now on sale. We're covering stump grinding, cabling, gloves, chainsaw filing, rope storage, all sorts of stuff. And the items are all marked down, but then you can use a coupon code on top, Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah. So the code DOUBLE, which is a double discount, will get you an extra 15% off all of the items. And Cale, you actually want us to go through and talk about some of the items, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I want to show you where you can go to find this. If you go to TreeStuff, first thing you're going to see up here, some big graphics that talk all about the sale. Click on it, and it'll take you to a page, and everything on this page is going to have discounts applied to it, and you're going to be able to see, once you click on them, where the discount is, and then if it's discounted here, you can apply that double at checkout to get that extra 15% off.
15% off the already discounted price. And that's everything in the flash sale category and everything in the sales and specials category too.
Yes, they're all in there.
You also see the check marks showing everything that's in stock. Make it easy to find, ready to ship stuff.
So first one,
rope.
Yep, probably one of the most, one of the more popular of the items that TreeStuff has ever had.
Oh.
Bag of
Kevin,
rope.
Have you ever bought a bag of rope?
I have never bought a bag of rope.
Not a gambling man, huh?
No, I've never bought a bag of rope.
If you're not familiar,
idea, though.
We take our rope scraps, but we also buy premium first quality rope scraps from all of the major arborist rope manufacturers. We bundle that up into a 17-pound bag of rope, and we ship it to your door. It might be, sometimes it's like all like small diameter Dyneema. Sometimes it's Big Hank's, a static rope from Sterling. They're like banded up and marked and labeled. Other times it's just short cuts from Samson or from Yale. It's a great deal, and it's also our #1 most reviewed product of all time. And today,
I bet people feel either really bad about it or really good about it, depending on what they get, huh?
There aren't that many bad reviews, but when they are, it's usually pretty good spirited, and it's like, I got a bad one, I bought another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit of a gamble, but I could see if you got a bunch of like hitch cord in there, man, that would be sweet. And
Yeah.
some,
Sometimes people will be like, I got 120 feet of some sort of like dragon climbing line or something. You just get
Yeah.
lucky every once in a while. And how are you
And
going to
it's
complain when we
cool
told you
spacing
straight
project.
up?
it's a bagger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's $38.99 off of what?
Off of $89.99.
Oh wow, so that's really
Yeah.
pocket change.
Yep. That's 51.
$51 for 17 pounds of rope. So if you think about that, you're on average going to get about 200 feet of rope. You can do the math there. That's what, like 12 and a half cents a foot. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Cale, let's see what's next.
All right.
Oh, the bull rope bag with the horns on it. That's pretty rad. Not only are these bags really durable and a great value, but you can get this bull rope bag right now for $16.15, which is a steal.
That's a steal.
Kevin, you probably have some of our simple rope bags, I imagine.
I do. I'm a coiler. I've been trying for years to get into the rope bag game, but I always tend to go back to coiling.
Okay.
But I appreciate rope bags, and those are good quality, good rope bags. I know I do have several of those bags, and they're used. They store ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they come in two sizes, and this is the bigger of the two sizes. Cale, we aren't normally
For bull
super
ropes,
keen
definitely
to
they're.
these future projects on these type of broadcasts, but I do have these samples right here.
Oh.
And we're going to be doing these simple rope bags in this awesome, super premium Arborist lifestyle ID print. And
Cool.
you can see the amount and complexity of different graphics on here. And this will be essentially wrapped around the bag, right? And you're going to get this really awesome print. So these will be coming out later this year in the simple rope bag size, but you can get the bull rope bag size right now for $16.15, which is a hell of a deal. I would probably buy 2 or 3 of them if I didn't already have so many. Cale, what's next?
I have another one that's pretty classic for us. Our Tree Heart Super Plasma. Heart Tree, sorry. Super Plasma. RIP to Kevin.
All right.
We'll see if we can get him back
His
here.
black box is overwhelming the screen there a little.
I'm working on it.
I love cask helmets. I think Protos helmets are really nice too. They're a little flashier. But generally speaking, I wear a cask when I'm out doing something. And I think this Heart Tree one is really nice. The logo is actually a little smaller than it was on a previous version. So it's actually a little smaller than pictured here. We need to fix that photograph. But you get your same normal cask helmet with the foam inside, the really awesome articulating back, the good vents, and the whole 9 yards for $42 off of retail, $92. I mean, you can't get a normal cask that way because they're map priced, right? So unless it's a custom cask, it can't be sold for this amount. So that's a great deal.
Yeah.
And it's cool looking.
It's very cool looking.
Cool.
Oh, I've got him back. There he is.
Kevin.
Oh, we're almost there. Oh. Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second. You're not quite audible yet. Okay, now you are.
Now I'm audible.
Yep. And you're real big.
You have one of these Heart Tree cask helmets?
Well, you guys gave everybody at the Charlotte competition one of those helmets, and
Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It's a great helmet. I use a Protos for work, but for a rec climb or for a competition, that's a great helmet. And it's
I was just talking about some of the differences between those two.
you can put earmuffs on it just fine too. I have trouble with the earmuffs on the outside, but that's a great helmet and a great deal too.
Protoses are a great option. They're not on sale, but we do actually have Protos in stock. We've struggled with Protos stock for the last 5 years. And this year, we've been bringing in just massive containers full of Protos helmets, and we're in stock on most of the popular colors right now. So yeah, definitely check out Protos or this cask at $92. What's our next
That's
item,
an
Gil?
incredible, under $100 for that helmet's great.
Yeah. CMI RP 162 Mini Arborist
Oh, neat.
block. I think it
I like
takes.
that pulley.
Mm-hmm. You've got this?
I don't have it. I've seen it a bunch of times. I kind of want it. I haven't really gone there, but it's, that's a good looking pulley.
I believe
Do the
it's
people in the
a
audience
half-inch.
realize it?
And for that price, yeah, that's great. I wonder what's that new DMM little pulley cost these days?
Oh man, it's so expensive, but it is a little nicer. But it's
Right.
not quite as small. This is like the smallest functional half-inch like rigging block that
Yeah.
I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's a nice little pulley.
Kevin, you have a lot of experience with CMI, right? You've
Yeah.
got a good relationship with that crew.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of CMI. I mean, if you ask me who makes the best micro pulley on the market, I'd say CMI, hands down. Just that little purple classic CMI pulley, best pulley out there. But
And
so yeah,
also,
I really like their approach to work and their
Yeah, and they've been the manufacturer of the classic rope runner since the beginning of that product,
exactly.
making them
Yep.
here in the USA.
All right. We can go on to the next one there. I've got the Stein knee Ascent system, which we were just
neat.
talking about a little bit before this, at $50 off of the usual $165.99, which is a darn good price for that.
Yeah, and this is a nice, simple approach to knee ascent. It's not as complicated as some of the contained ones, but it's a fairly elegant approach. And if you're not familiar with a knee ascender, you think about having 2 foot ascenders on the rope, you would usually
What's
be
that?
banging
Who
your
makes
feet.
that? Who makes that ascender right there?
It's an ISC ascender, I think.
That's an ISC ascender.
I'm
Okay.
fairly certain. Don't quote me on that. But the idea with a knee ascender is that when your foot goes up, the knee ascender is actually above your foot ascender. So as this foot comes up, you're able to pass your feet and
Yeah.
really find a rhythm. Obviously, Kevin, you know about that. You've shown it at a lot of events and things like that. But if you're climbing SRT especially, and you're not using a knee ascender, definitely look into adding one of these into your climbing toolbox. Would you agree, Kevin?
Yeah. I mean, a knee ascender is important for SRT for sure.
Oh yeah.
So $114. That's not a bad price for that one.
Nick, you're gonna like the next one.
Ooh, yeah! It's an Ultra Sling. Ultra Slings, if you don't know about them, are the most adjustable, strongest, kind of MBS per pound slings available. They're incredibly simple to use. There's no sliding berries or anything like that. And Ultra Slings come in a variety of sizes and forms, but you always have kind of a main eye, which sometimes will have a tool or an implement in it, like you see with the rigging thimble here. And then you have adjustment pockets that go the length of the sling. And you simply pass the sling around the object, take the tool side, and stick it through one of the adjustment pockets, and you're done. It's choked around the anchor point. And in this instance, you can use this number 2 rigging thimble, or number 3 rigging thimble, as a terminal rigging point for regular non-dynamic rigging where you're not dropping it from above. And these are awesome. You can also use this as a redirect. You can use it. I mean, what do you use these kinds of things for, Kevin?
I like just a good old fashioned dead eye and a cow hitch, but that's a pretty clever design. It's kind of like the spider, the anchor, the snake anchor
Yeah.
for in a sense. So yeah, it seems. I mean, that's a lot of rope right there, too.
One of the things that's cool about Ultra Slings is they actually, even in a choking configuration, will break higher than the single strand splice of the rope, because there's two full strands of rope in the entire product. Even when you choke it and derate it, it's still going to be stronger than the unspliced rope is, which obviously most spliced configurations can't claim because they have a single strand and then they've derated it. If you're using a cow hitch for your porter wrap, Kevin, we make the same sling in a porter wrap sized one 10 times better than a cow hitch, and it's way easier to train new employees on too. It's actually our best selling sling for sure.
Yeah, well,
that makes sense.
Also have, I'm going to pop it up here on the screen, the one without the ring. It's just the regular 3/4 inch Ultra Sling is about the same price as the D-ring style when you put it, when you take that 15% off of it. So it's the same thing, it just doesn't have that ring, and it's got a dead eye and some chafe protection.
That's the Mac Daddy right there. That's the one that you would mount your porter wrap on.
Okay.
And that's our best selling sling for sure.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. Like one of the things that I think especially new people struggle with is they put the sling around the tree, the whoopee or the loopy, and then they go to adjust it and it's a pain in the butt. Or with a dead eye, they're not tying the knot correctly, or you come down and it's some weird, timber hitch variation. You're like, what were you doing? With the Ultra Sling, if it's not laying on the ground, it's attached correctly, right? You can't mess it up.
Yeah. No, it's a great idea. Especially, I think I like that for the porter wrap for sure.
Well,
let's keep going, Kevin. We're
now you can get one
here.
for real cheap. The next one we have is the CMI rope jack. Was $319.99, is now $229 with the coupon. That's $90 off, which is quite a bit off.
I think I'm going to order one of those. That's the first one of the things that, I've always wanted one of those, and I never got around to it. And now I know you're giving it for $90 off, even though when I first told myself I was going to buy one of those, it probably was half this price.
No.
Anyway, I'm going to buy one of these. I'm going to take advantage of that deal for sure.
The rope jack is cool. What you do is you anchor the bottom ascender, the one with the empty hole kind of where you would clip in there. You anchor that to your porter wrap or whatever your anchor sling is, and then you put the strand of rope through both ascenders. And as you crank that lever, the ascenders go kind of like this and jump up and grab the rope and pull it down through. And it's a light-duty continuous puller. So if you think about where you would use a Mazdam, you can use a rope jack in a similar application. But very cool. One of the issues with pulling systems often is that you have to reset them. So anything that's continuous pull that'll pull the entire length of rope through it, like a GRCS or a Mazdam, that's a big edge for a product to have.
Yeah, no, this is and I know the guy who created that and worked with CMI to build it, and he's a really, really sharp fella.
Jamie Oldway, good friend.
Was it? Okay. We've got dozens of round files. This is in all sorts of diameters as well, for only $14.45, which comes out to a little bit more than $1 per file. And this is from Ferd. These are the nice ones. Some of the nice ones that you can get. They're like the brand name.
Not all files are created equal. And these Ferd ones are the best. What kind of files do you use, Kevin?
I've always just used the ones that they sell at the steel store, but would these be better than the steel?
You're missing out. Ferd is definitely the best. They also
I think you sent me some Ferd flat files. Maybe were those Ferd? Those ones were pretty good. You sent me a box of flat files, which I really like.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the Ferd CSX chain sharpening thing, it's one of those like file guides, but they actually use a special flat file that flips both directions. So what you do is you load one round file this way and one round file this way.
Right, Steel took that design.
Well, the Ferd CSX version is really premium, and obviously you can use these files or any round file in it, but these round files will fit in your standard single file holder or something like that. So if you're looking to stock your crews up on files for the year and you want to get them the good stuff for the price of maybe the not so good stuff, hey, that was a good time.
This is what he's talking about there.
Yeah.
The furred chain. Let me see if I can get a little bit more in the center. So yeah, so that'll do your depth gauge and your filing at the same time.
Yeah, steel has got that design now too.
All right, our next one is probably something that you've heard about. It is the ISE rope wrench Pulley.
Oh, Kevin, what can you tell us about this?
You know, that pulley works well for your standard older tether design that had as well. It works well for you put the tether in between the two side cheeks, and then your hitch on the outside of that. And yeah, it's a nice pulley. It's a good multi-use pulley. It works well for other things. It's, you know, it's a,
Less than $22 today too, so good deal on that. ISC always making nice stuff out of whales.
yeah, they're quality manufacturer.
All right, the recoil chainsaw lanyard.
These are very popular.
Yeah.
These are very popular. Do you what kind of chainsaw lanyard do you use, Kevin?
I got some just generic TreeStuff chainsaw lanyards.
You're a simple guy, Kevin. I bet you our audience is really surprised. Like, I hear you saying, I want this. Our audience is probably like, Kevin Bingham wants tree gear and he doesn't just have everything he wants. These recoils are pretty nice. They're a little bulky, but one thing that I really like about them is they have a ton of expansion.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, they don't get all tangled up in you.
Yeah, because like most lanyards are long enough if nothing is wrong. But like as soon as like it's tangled around a branch or it gets caught on a sling and pulled to the other side of your harness and you're reaching, you're like, you know, and especially for people that are like getting out on the ends of limbs or really, you know, finding those hard positions, having a lanyard that's absolutely long enough is nice. And this is a good choice. I also like the notch chainsaw lanyards with the disconnectable.
That's what we have, and I like that too. We have, yeah, that system is works well for, you know, a removal where you're getting different chainsaws, and working with chainsaws.
The plastic clips on that one look kind of janky, and at first you're like, oh, I don't know about that. But I think once you understand like how that system works, where they all interchange, it's really cool. But if you're looking for a premium, super premium look and feel, these recoils are great, and they don't go on sale very often. $35, pretty good price.
Yeah.
There's also the Big Boss lanyard, which is related to that, I guess you could say. These are essentially it's the same thing, but it's green, I believe. Those are also on sale for $45, and you'll get that 15% off. If you are looking for a new lanyard, then go ahead and go to our Shop Talk page. We have a video there where Nick actually goes through a couple of the different ones and shows how far they can you can reach with them and stuff. It's very helpful.
I was not dressed well to shoot that video. There's lots of like my midsection.
Oh yeah, a lot of tummy. I think I zoomed in on it a couple times just to make sure that everybody saw it.
Of course you did.
All right.
Cale as I've developed a little punch in my stomach over the years, I think Cale has really started to drill the videos down on my midsection.
I can do that because Nick doesn't edit videos of me, so he can show everybody my pudge.
Okay. These are our good safety glasses. These are the classic ones. Kevin, you've been around long enough that you remember when we probably switched from the comfortable safety glasses to the uncomfortable ones. Maybe? Like
you mean the ones that you send out in your boxes all the time?
Yeah. And then we started sending out shitty ones because they were actually better. They were more expensive for us, but they just weren't as comfortable because they didn't have the flat sides. So we have since reverted back to the original flat-sided style, and these are them, and you can get them for less than $1. So if you
get a
want to
pack
buy
of 100.
Yeah, exactly. We sell them by the case. They come in a couple different colors, and I think we have all of the colors are on sale, right?
Yes,
Cale?
the smoke, the blue, and the clear are all on sale, all 85 cents with the coupon.
Do you use like throwaway glasses, Kevin, or do you have like Oakley's or some fancy?
No,
thing?
yeah, I use that basically.
I'm a throwaway glasses guy. I want to be able to like sit on my glasses and then just like toss them out the window.
Yeah, it's easier that way. I've tried to do the fancy glasses route, and then they still end up getting scratched or broken, and then you're just really sad about it. So
Yeah.
Scratch, you get the exact same amount of time out of them for 100 times the cost.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's next.
All right, we've got the Camp Kilo tool carrier.
Wow, $29 for a harness-mounted tool carrier. That's a pretty good deal. These tool carrier prices have gotten a little wild.
Oh wow.
Mainly because it's not as easy to make a tool carrier as it is to make a carabiner. So like when they make a carabiner, they just take like a piece of bar stock and they just whack it 4 or 5 times and bend it into a nice shape. But these tool carriers that have the wider profile in the back to connect to your harness simply aren't able to do that. I'm looking at this Camp one. Obviously, they looked to try and make a more affordable tool carrier, and that's where you see a progressive stamping here. And that makes a durable aluminum tool carrier, but they're able to bring it in at a lower price point. And then we throw a discount, then we throw another discount, and boom, $29.75.
Yeah, for instance, the Volt is about $77. Or sorry, the transporter, the Rock Exotic transporter is about $77, and the DMM Volt wire gate is about $50. So this one at $29 is a pretty good steal.
Yeah,
That is a great price.
Mm-hmm. And it's got the little horn on it where you can organize all your gear and everything. So, yeah, I would suggest picking one of these up.
Yeah, you can mount these on the outside bags. You can put them on your, like make a coat book inside the house with them.
Yeah.
Let me be right back. I got to get a plug for this phone.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep rolling. Don't worry.
All right. This is actually the last one that I've prepared, but we can go through other ones if we want to get to it.
Oh, this will be good. I think we'll be ready to wrap here. We'll thank Kevin. We'll let him go pick up his kids. This packet forestry first aid kit is one of our best selling first aid kits. This is the big kit that you would like keep in the truck. It's not like a mega premium trauma kit necessarily, but this one has everything that you need to make sure that your crew is safe. It comes in a nice metal tin, and it's almost $30 off, which is nice. I definitely recommend getting and keeping these, especially if you own a business, have multiple crews. You should have a couple of these in your shop because, let's be honest, no one has ever replenished one of these pre-made first aid kits ever. And once the stuff that people need is gone, it's probably easier for you to just give them a new one.
Yeah.
Nobody's like going through like saying, "Oh, can I get you some more sterile gauze bandages and alcohol wipes?" These kits are great. Again, they come in the kind of like very durable kit. So as it, gets bashed around underneath the seat or whatever, when you need it, it'll be there.
Yeah, I think the kit, this one is actually...
Hey, guys, I'm going to take off. I've got to run.
All right.
Thank
It was
you,
great looking
Kevin.
at all that gear. Yeah, you can throw whatever you want and send it over to me.
Okay. We'll get a care package on the way to you soon, okay?
All right. Hey, good talking to you. Take care.
Yep. Have a good one.
Kevin, bye. Great show. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to be on. We'll have another surprise guest, someone as equally awesome as Kevin. I hope. Probably not. Is there anyone as equally awesome as Kevin? But it'll be fun. We'll be back. We'll be talking about our double discount sale where we have over 150 individual SKUs. It's like 80 products or something like that, product families. And they're all marked down. Markdowns go from 20 to 50 or 60, sometimes more % off. And then on top of those discounts, you can use the coupon DOUBLE to get an extra 15% off of all of those discount prices. I mean, it's a hell of a steal. Cale,
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. Is there anything else that we're allowed to talk about that's coming up? Yeah.
I made this sweet thing with my 3D printer. Check this out. It's called it's called a tensegrity sculpture. So what this is, it's a single. Let me get it in the frame here.
There you
It's
go.
a single plastic base, and then this other identical plastic base is actually hanging from a single point right here with monofilament line. And there's 4 additional monofilament lines, one on each corner. And this corner is preventing this corner from dipping, because for this to go down, this line would have to be tight. But it creates a very cool optical illusion where it looks like it's just kind of levitating there.
It's pretty cool. And what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, it's not for sale, but it is cool. And if you stuck around this long in our broadcast, you'll get to see the sweet tensegrity sculpture.
Are you going to put anything on it? Is that?
I offered it to your brother. I called him and I was like, hey, look, I made this, but I don't want to go through the trouble of shipping it to you unless you want it, right? And I don't want to send it to you because some people look at 3D printed stuff and they're like, that's just trash.
Yeah.
But it's actually a planter. So you would put a succulent in here and then put it on the window, and your plant magically levitates above the bottom base. But he hasn't told me if he wants it yet, so I'm assuming he didn't want it. Unless he's watching, maybe he'll feel bad and tell me that he wants it. Otherwise, I'll just keep it by my window and I'll put a plant in it myself. I have avoided putting a plant in it because I don't want to
ship it off.
I'm not going to send it to him with a plant in it.
Already planted. Okay.
Anyways, listen, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. The sale's live through Sunday night, so don't miss your opportunity to get dozens and dozens of markdowns and double discounts, extra 15% off here, extra 15% off there. Cale, close us out.
Alrighty.